Welcome to PadelPodi. I'm Joonas Tervonen.
I'm Axel Vares.
And I'm Joni Luolama.
And today's guest is Nora Leinus.
PadelPodi.
PadelPodi. And it's our first international episode. Welcome, guys.
Amazing. Hi to each and every one of our new and old listeners. So this episode we will be doing in English as we have our international quest. But I think next week we might return to Finnish.
Yeah, and with us here today we have Nora Leinus. She's Estonian women's champion and ranking number 1, current FIP world ranking number 306, and also reigning Finnish Padel Tour champion from a week ago together with Martina Minetti, and also Finnish Team League champion playing for Padel Tampere last season. Welcome, Nora. Glad you could join us.
Hi, hello. Thank you so much for inviting me, and thank you for this very nice intro also.
How are you? Are you home in Tallinn right now?
Yes, I'm currently at home. I just actually a couple of weeks ago arrived from the preseason in Madrid, but yeah, currently training and studying in Tallinn.
Yeah, we'll come back to the training in Madrid later, but so you're Estonian champion and also Finnish champion from the team league. Are there any other nations that we know of that you're the champion of?
Currently still no, but it would be fun to add something to the list for sure.
Yeah.
What could it be like? Have you been competing in which countries?
Actually, it's a really good question because just this year I'm starting also playing for this Danish team. So actually also the same one that Martina plays at. So we can also compete together over there. And yeah, it's going to be really exciting. I think we're starting in maybe next month with our matches. So actually there is a possibility that we all get together as like champions in Denmark as well. So let's see.
Oh, that's cool. Amazing.
That's cool.
Does it work the same way that it works in Finnish and in Sweden, for example, the Danish league?
Actually, yes, I think it's really similar to that. So basically we have, the first like matches that all like lead to the final, the grand final, and you have to play like a specific amount of matches to actually get to play there. So it's actually like super similar to Finland also that I played. So yeah.
So you played a lot in all the Nordic countries, I guess.
Yes, we could say that for sure.
What's your most memorable moment? Like it's like a championship or a match victory or something else in padel?
That is actually really difficult to answer because there have already, like I'm still 19 years old, but there have already been like so many memorable moments from traveling to different countries, from playing for different teams, from playing with different partners in different countries. I think it has all like together been such a memorable experience already. So I'm really looking forward to what's coming up. But I think from Estonia, just in general, maybe winning the Estonian championship 3 times with 3 different partners has been really cool.
And 3 different partners as well.
Yes. So that has been like really cool that I've gotten to play with a lot of different players just in Estonia and also around the world. So yeah.
Yeah. And this is funny actually because 2 years ago in the Coolbet Padel Cup, I remember you were interviewing me. I played in the Coolbet Padel Cup the final with Juuso Tapanainen. We won against Max Sjöwall and Pyry Hyrkkönen, and you were commentating in the stream and you interviewed me in the final after the match. I remember I was really excited and happy after winning it, and now it's the other way around. Now I'm asking you the questions.
Yeah, that's true. That's actually a really nice memory. I actually do love commentating. I love talking in general, so it's a real pleasure to be invited to a podcast once again.
Have you done many other like roles in padel, like commentating? Did you start a podcast as well? at some
We
point?
did. We actually did start a podcast here in Estonia as well with one player, Kendra Rag, a really good friend of mine. And we did a couple of episodes, but I think kind of like life changed a bit the situation maybe, but we should definitely continue with the podcast as well, because I really do love talking. And it was such a nice time, like recording the podcast. So I really like understand what it's about. And it's a really nice experience.
I didn't know this. What, if I may ask, any topic suggestions that work for you guys?
Wait, can you please ask that again? Because I'm so sorry.
Yeah. I was wondering, like topics. Did you have any
Like
memorable episodes?
Like ideas for us to ask topics.
Oh, yeah,
Not for us. It's just asking for a friend.
Yeah, well, actually, we did 2 episodes, so that's not like that many. I think you've done like 10 times more at least or something. But we had 2 guests, and we just like really like the first one was Sindus, and he is like a really important guy in the Estonian paddle world. And we asked about like all like the systems and everything in Estonia, maybe like a bit of about the Olympics as well. That's really interesting. Like how paddle could get to the Olympic Games and everything like that. But yeah, we were just like in general talking with different people about like their journeys and stuff like that with paddle. So that was more like person specific, let's say.
Yeah.
Speaking of Olympics, is that a dream that you have to play in the Olympics one day?
That would be super cool, like really amazing. I think it's a dream for every athlete to play and take part in the Olympic Games. So let's just really hope that paddle gets there and there would be an opportunity to play, because I would love that, absolutely. And I think you guys would too, right?
Did you play in the European Games actually?
I did. I actually did. Yeah, we took part in that as well, and it was a really nice experience too. So there was just one pair from both women and men's side, and yeah, it was a great experience. I really do remember that really clearly. It was so nice.
Yeah.
And hey, before we go and jump to the future and training and everything, I just wanted to ask about your background, like how you ended up to the number 1 place in Estonia.
Yeah, that's a pretty long way, I think. Let's start back when I was 5 years old. That's when I got to tennis, thanks to my parents. And yeah, it was really nice. I played tennis for like almost my whole childhood, let's say. I was competing in Estonia, maybe a couple of international tournaments here and there as well. And I think until 2019, it was only tennis. And of course, like a couple of side sports as well, but no paddle until that. But then in 2019, I discovered paddle for the first time. I saw my dad playing and I was like, okay, maybe I should try it as like a side hobby. So then I played like, I think only on Sundays. So like once a week, and then it got to twice a week, and then it got to 3 times a week. And then I got to represent Estonia with the juniors team in Bilbao. And then just, it kept like going and going from there. And then in 2023 in spring, I decided to completely focus myself on paddle, because I really just like fell in love with the sport. And yeah, that's how I got here, I think.
That's really nice.
Yeah, it was a long journey, and I'm really glad to have ended up here, to be honest.
Yeah, now winning competitions in different countries. That's amazing. But did you have any ambitions to go like all in tennis, or did you see it as like as a potential that you could compete and rise to the world rankings?
I think honestly with tennis, I really enjoyed it, like playing in Estonia, competing, training really hard, doing physical training. I really liked the process, but I don't think that with tennis I ever really like fully thought of, trying to turn pro. I really just enjoyed having a sport that I was like focusing on my whole childhood. And I think the fact that it led to paddle is like absolutely amazing, and I'm super thankful for the tennis background that I have to actually be able to play paddle like this.
And would you consider yourself as a paddle pro?
Let's just say that I'm trying to get there, because now it's my 2nd year of competing internationally, like, playing a lot of FIBs and representing, in Denmark and Finland, etc. So I would say that it's a journey to get there. But I would also like to maybe say that I'm a professional player because I train a lot. I go to the academy, I play international tournaments. So maybe I could consider myself kind of maybe a professional player. Let's hope.
Yeah, I've always said that like the definition of professional is very vague. It's very vague.
It is. Yeah, it's really hard to write. Yeah.
Yeah. Should we go to the FPT, the Finnish Padel Tour that was just played a week ago, and you're fresh from the victory with Martina Minetti. What are your feelings from the tournament?
Honestly, once again, an amazing weekend. I have to start off with the fact that I really, really love playing in Finland. I think that it really feels like, super comfortable always there. Everyone is so welcoming and all the people are so nice. And it's just an amazing experience every time. So I'm like really grateful to get to play there. And of course, like next to such a good friend of mine, Martina, it's absolutely amazing. And I enjoy my time on the court and off the court all the time with her. We laugh so much. We spend our time really well, and it's always such a pleasure to be there. So yeah, I'm really happy with the weekend that we just had.
That's nice to hear. And you've played quite a lot of tournaments with Martina now, haven't you?
Yeah, we have. We have played in Finland. We have played FIPS, and yeah, it's amazing. And I'm waiting for her to come to Estonia one day to play with me as well. So yeah, that would be amazing. But we have been talking about it. So let's see what the future holds, and maybe we get to play in Estonia as well for the first time soon.
And you had Emeli Jokinen on the bench on the final day. How was it? Did he make you change anything in your game during the match?
Yes, he helped us so much. I think always having Emeli on the side, because I've been playing for their team for Padel Tampere, and Emeli is always there. Like we have had many matches before as well that we have been working together. He's on the sidelines helping us. And yes, also in this match, I would say the semi-final, it was crucial that he was there. We were always, talking about the tactics and what we had to change because, I don't know if you saw the match, but we had a 3-set, like really good fight against Sana and Ella. And we lost the first set 6-2. And I was under a lot of pressure. They were playing so, so good. And the fact that we got out of that situation and like got to win the semifinal in the end, it was crazy. It was an amazing match. I think that I'm super thankful for both Emeli and Martina for helping me also because I was really struggling there in the first set. So yeah.
What was the change that you made? Because I watched the match and I was commenting in the last podcast that something happened. They changed something, but I'm not expert to that. So what was the actual change?
I think the whole play, I mean, maybe most of it came down to the fact that, Ella's, one of her trademark shots is the vibora down the line to the corner. And I was there, on the right side, on the A side, trying to block them, trying to get them back, defend them. And it was really, really difficult because she hits it so, so well. And they had a really good tactic. I feel like they played amazing throughout the whole match. But I think in the second and third set, we really found a way to kind of defend those shots better and to really change a bit, maybe the pace and the selection of shots too. Maybe just a bit less lobs. And I think that's kind of changed how the match looked.
Yeah.
Are you used to having a coach on the bench in Estonia as well, or abroad?
Yes, actually, abroad maybe really depends on if someone could come, etc. But in Estonia, I always have my dad on the sidelines. He's an amazing coach. We also train, here in Tallinn. He's one of my main coaches. So it's super, super nice to have someone here also in Estonia. And sometimes he also... my parents also travel with me to tournaments, so then he can also coach. And actually, in fact, next week he will be my coach also for the FIB Silver. So yes, looking forward to that as well.
Okay, good. Yeah, actually, we could go to the FIB. So next week, actually this week when this episode comes out.
Yeah, sure.
And the tournament in Espoo again as well in ESC Padel Center, the FIB Silver. You're playing with a Portuguese player, Bruna Melo. Have you played with her before?
I've played against her a practice match, and I think that's actually where we got the idea of playing together. So we decided to play this FIP here in Finland, and maybe we will also play something together in the future. I really hope, because she's a really, really nice. She's a really, really nice person, and I'm really looking forward to play with her, and a really good player. So yes, I'm really excited.
Where did you play against her? I'm always wondering, how are you making matchmaking? How are you finding pairs? Was this from your training camp or where?
That was actually, during the preseason in Madrid. We did a practice match at some point during those weeks that I was there. And after that, we were just discussing of trying to play a FIP together. And that's how we ended up choosing the FIP Silver in Finland.
Are you playing on the right side? Do you play both sides, left and right? Or
yes, I do play both. Mostly in Estonia, I always play the left side. And this week, I will also be playing left. With Martina, I play right. So I do really change. And I think actually in the really near future, I have a FIP in Holland, the Netherlands, and there I will also be playing the right side. So I really like actually changing between those two, because it gives me more variety. I could play with more players, etc. So that is really nice. So I'm trying to do both.
Yeah, it's definitely an advantage to be able to play both. I can't say the same about me, because I played so much on the left that I feel like I'm so much worse on the right. But
But I feel like it's also when you really focus on one, that gives also a different kind of advantage, because you really get to train that one and be really, really good at that. So I think both ways of choosing really have their ups and downs, pluses and minuses, let's say. So I think anyway, that's just what I chose, to try to play both. But I definitely also prefer the left side, and I feel more, comfortable there. But yes, that's
okay. Yeah. The level is really insane in this FIP Silver here in Espoo. It's I checked the list, and on the women's side, it's 26 players from the top 100 in the world.
It is crazy.
That's so crazy.
I saw everyone that was signing up, and I was amazed. And it's going to be a crazy tournament for both women's and men's side.
Yeah.
Also, for men's, having Tolito, having Lamperti, and all the good things. It's incredible. Yeah, it's going to be a crazy tournament.
Have you ever played a tournament of this high level?
No, for sure. No, having that many top players, I've never seen in the same FIP as I have played. So it's gonna be great. Also seeing the matches, it's gonna be like going to a premiere. Honestly,
it's almost like a P2
crazy level. So
Have you ever been to watch a premier tournament?
I haven't yet, but it's a really big dream of mine. So let's see. But it will definitely happen in the near future. We have been talking about it with the family for a long time now. And we're just, I think, waiting to choose the right tournament to go to.
And maybe you'll play in a premier in the near future.
That would be amazing. But let's see what the future holds. But that's what I'm working for. So let's see.
Do you have any long-term goals, or could this be something?
This is definitely one of them. That's a great thing to work for. Now just playing a lot of FIPs, training, preparing in Madrid, everything like that, just working to get to that first premiere, that would be absolutely incredible. And then from there on, if I even get there, I would hope so, then just see what the next goal is. But that's a really good pinpoint to have, maybe, a premiere.
Mm-hmm. And for a tournament like this, what's your preparation like?
It's actually really funny, because there is no specific preparation at all. I have some things maybe, and I should say that it's super always the same. But really, for me, what really helps is being calm and just doing whatever I feel is right. So I think for me, just doing a nice warm up, maybe the day, I love to wake up early. So I definitely will wake up early. And also my partners know that. And I always tell them, okay, sorry, but I'm going to wake up really early. And that's just maybe that's the only thing I would like to mention, that for me, having many hours before a match awake, that is a really important thing for me. But apart from that, it's really however the tournament is and however it just goes. I don't really know, actually.
Okay. And after the FIP Silver here in Finland, you mentioned actually the Netherlands tournament. I'm playing that as well. So
Oh, that's great.
with who are you playing the tournament in Netherlands?
I'm playing that with a really good Dutch player that is my age, Pook Bernard. So yes, I'm really excited. He's a really, really good friend of mine. And yeah, it's going to be our first tournament together, and I'm really looking forward to it. And I'm super glad she invited me to play at her home country.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
So 2 new partners in 2 weeks.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Have you ever had like a more regular partner? Like, what about in Estonia, tournaments in Estonia? Do you have a regular partner there, or does it change a lot?
Yes, currently, actually, I've been playing a lot with Annette Kontaveit, which is an amazing opportunity because playing against such a good tennis player. She was, the world number 2 in the WTA rankings, and such a great fighter, an amazing person, such a nice partner to have. So yes, currently I'm playing with her. And just last year we won the Estonian championships together and also the Masters. So yeah, that was amazing also.
Nice. And what about your calendar after this? Are there many FIP tournaments coming up, or?
Yes, honestly, right now it's all planning with university because I'm also in my first year of university. So I'm trying to start this year with a lot of FIPs and maybe before summer taking it down a notch to really focus more on studying, the exams and everything. But right now, since it's more like calm, I can focus a lot on also playing the FIP. So actually, yes, I have this FIP in Finland, then the Netherlands, then Lithuania, and then Valencia. That's what I have planned for now. And I think, after that, I will just take it a bit slower. But we also have the Estonian Championships, but that's a home tournament, so that is a bit different.
Okay, you mentioned before that you had pre-season in Spain and that you're training in Madrid. So
Yes.
how often do you go there and how does it work?
That really changes. I mean, when I was in high school, we had those like holiday breaks, let's say. Then I would usually go during that time for, let's say, 9 days maybe in total. But now that was my first like longer period, let's say, because I did the whole preseason. Basically, that was like 3 weeks and a little bit over that, and then playing a FIP in Valencia straight after. So yeah, it was again a really nice experience, but I tend to go maybe 4 times a year. Now with the university, maybe it will be a bit different, but having the opportunity to, have all the exams done in December and then being ready to do the preseason in January, that was a really, really nice way to manage things for me this year.
Okay, are you like training in academy or you have one coach there or how does it work?
Yes, I'm always in one academy. I train with Maximo Castellote, and he is an Argentinian coach. He's an amazing coach and trains with a lot of professionals, has trained throughout his whole career, and he was also a professional player. So having the chance to train with him and always go back to him and his academy, it's such a pleasure. And I really, really enjoy my trainings in Madrid too. It's been so amazing.
I had the honor of meeting Maximo a couple of years ago in Murcia, and I also felt like he's really a great coach. Had a short training and then played training matches against two of his students, Pelayo and Mark Sintes, who is actually now playing on the Premier Tour. He's ranking 60 or something. So
yeah, he's playing absolutely incredible. Absolutely incredible. So yeah, he's also part of the academy, and as you said, you met Maximo, so he's an amazing coach, and I'm super glad to be able to train with him.
Yeah, is it like a big academy? Are there lots of players, or how big is it?
Yes, there are lots of players. There are mostly guys, and there are also international players coming in, just like me, actually. Coming in from many countries. Also, we have Mark Sintes, as we just mentioned. He's playing insane, and he's also playing this week at FIP Finland. So, but yeah, just a bit ago he won the FIP Silver, I think in France it was, and was beating great players once again, and he's really, really, really playing amazing. So also having the chance to train with him, it's really crazy, and it's like I appreciate all those moments like so much playing against such top players.
Is it like group trainings always, or do you like private trainings with one coach, just one player, or what's it like?
It's mostly group trainings. There are a lot of players, different like amounts of courts. Maybe sometimes there are 2 courts at people. Maybe sometimes there's 1, and we go like switching all the time, and it's super versatile. And also, yes, I get to do private lessons there when I go as well, because when I go for just let's say a shorter amount of time, we really try to like make the most of that time and also get private lessons in and everything. So it's super versatile. That's really what I love about it too.
How is like you said you were 3 weeks there. How is the week structured? Like what kind of training? Like what's a normal day there like?
Yeah, I have the weekends off, but during Monday to Friday, I train 3 hours of paddle per day, and then like around 1 hour of physical training. That's the norm. And maybe on one day I don't do physical. So let's say that would be 10 times 1.5 hours of paddle. So in total, that would be 15 hours, right? During 5 days, yes. And then physical training on the side. So that would maybe come to around 4 hours per week. So that would be like a normal week training, let's say 3 times per day. So a morning session and then an afternoon session, and physical training whenever, honestly. I get to choose. So yeah, at some point during the day, I do the physical as well.
How demanding is it, this really this preseason structure? Like at the end of the day, are you really like happy you survived the day, or is it like are you already looking to the next day?
Yes, definitely, because I really, really enjoy training. I love it. I love when trainings are hard. I love doing physical training more and more every year, honestly. Like lately, I've been loving physical training so much. I love to run, whether it's outside on a treadmill. I love running. I love training, like the physical part. I love long matches. I like the struggle a bit. So I think training that much, it's really like I'm always super excited for it. And yes, of course, I'm like tired like in the evening, when everything is done. But yes, of course, I'm looking forward to the next day and training again, because I love that type of structure of the day. So yes, I enjoy it a lot.
Yeah, it's good that you can enjoy it. I think it's a must for anyone like really like who wants to evolve their paddle game.
Yeah, definitely. It's a necessity to enjoy the process, because that will make everything better.
And if we go to the learning and the journey of the process, like what would you say that you have developed recently in your paddle game?
There have been definitely many things, hopefully, but I think just always, month by month, year by year, trying to get rid of those like tennis-like movements, tennis-like shots, decisions. I think that is the key, because learning to play like a real paddle player, that is really difficult for a tennis player, because your whole life you've been doing something, trying to find an empty gap and going like trying to hit really hard shots and doing all that. But paddle is completely different. So you really have to start thinking in a different way. And I think that is one of the main things, because, shots are one thing, trying to, get the technique better, hitting your viboras, your rulo. And I think, of course, you're always working with that, but really trying to change the thinking and the way you're seeing the court. That is like the main thing that I think is difficult for a lot of players, and for me also. So I hope that has gotten better lately.
Yeah, for sure it has. I've seen your matches throughout the years, been commentating some in the Finnish Padel studio. Do you think your background with tennis, usually like all players agree, you need to leave the balls to the glasses, you need to defend better. But do you have your strengths as a player? Are they coming from tennis? Like are those, would you say, are in your strengths?
Maybe, yes. I think also tennis, has given me so many like positives to the game. Also, maybe the aggressiveness, the reaction times, the physical part, everything like that. But I think now I see my strengths more like away from the tennis-like things. I really love defending, but also I think from the net, I love hitting viboras. I think that has been my favorite shot for a long time. So vibora, but that's really different from tennis. But maybe from there also I've gotten some, strengths. But I think yes, for right now, I think I've really been improving the defense side, I hope, and I really enjoy playing there, which is not really usual for a tennis player maybe. But of course, in the beginning, I also didn't like to defend because there's no tennis player that loves playing with the glasses in the beginning, But now I really, really have started to enjoy it. And yes, I think that's really nice.
Yeah, for sure. It must be like hard to balance your strengths. You don't want to, you want to keep those, but also like you need to learn how to play padel. So I would imagine it's a balancing thing.
Yeah, definitely. I agree. Totally.
Yeah, and what would you say? You talked about the vibora being one of your favorite shots, but like generally, like what do you consider has been the most fun in padel?
I think month by month for any level player, the sport gets more interesting because when you learn a new shot, when you learn to defend better, you get to, I don't know, play like a tap out or remate, or you hit like a good kick smash. I think that's like when you learn something new, and there's so much to learn in paddle. I think it just gets better every time you play. And I mean, let's talk about Tapia. Like the things he invents a new shot during every match, but that's just a skill that he has, and it's amazing. And I think like seeing that, it's amazing. Yeah, and I think it's such a cool sport because there are so many different things to it. So I think that's the main thing, just like learning and getting better.
And about learning, maybe learning a new language. Have you like learned to speak Spanish during your trips?
Yes, it has been so helpful. Like I'm so grateful to have studied it, and it has given me so many opportunities around the world and so many new friends and just like making connections. I started, I think maybe almost 5 years ago, but like the greatest way to improve is to be there, like let's say in Spain, or talk to any Spanish speaking people and just like practice and practice. And I think that's what has helped me the most. And now I do feel more comfortable every day with the language because I'm just surrounded by it all the time. So yeah.
Yeah, maybe this is good for the youngsters to hear, or like even though padel is the scene is more international, English is being more widely used, but still, I would say there's still a lot of Spanish vibes in the padel industry.
Oh yeah, most definitely. There's so much you could do with your Spanish, let's say, language skills. So I would definitely recommend studying that because it has given me so many opportunities that I'm so thankful for, and so many new friends. And yeah, it's been amazing.
Yeah, that's nice to hear.
Yeah, it has been really nice.
Yeah, it's something I still wish that it would become a little bit more. I think like it would help to become more global, the sport, if it would get a little bit more like English. I still remember when I registered to my first World Padel Tour before the Premier Padel. I played one World Padel Tour competition, one qualifier, and all the emails I got were in Spanish. Like having to use Google Translate, I felt like, okay, like is this a World Padel Tour if there's not like information in English? And I was a bit, but of course it would help if I learned Spanish as well, and maybe my mindset is a bit different when I don't speak Spanish. But yeah.
Yeah, we suggest you to install Duolingo, and
yeah, exactly.
then you go to Madrid for half a year, and you come back and you speak Spanish.
Yeah, that's the idea. I think that's what you should do for sure. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, let's talk about the padel scene in Estonia. I think I read somewhere actually that Estonia has one of the highest court occupancy rates in all of Europe. Is it hard to get a court time at clubs in Tallinn?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I see that. Everyone sees that everywhere in Estonia. It's super hard to get a court. It's like one of the main topics in padel that there's no courts. And I think, yeah, for now we have, like with the last information, I think there are 170. So it's a lot. but there's also so many people that want to play. I hear like all the time a new person that is coming into paddle and trying it for the first time, then trying to start the training. But yeah, the courts are always booked. Like honestly, it's amazing to see how much the sport has grown. The popularity is absolutely incredible. So yeah, I feel like every second person right now is playing paddle in Estonia.
Wow.
Yeah. I don't know if that many, but
I think
it's been exaggerated. Yeah.
And that sounds like Finland like 4 or 5 years ago.
Yeah, I think we're going by the same path. I totally agree. Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Do you think there's the risk of, like I guess in Sweden and in Finland, they built too many courts suddenly when there's so much demand for padel courts, and then they just built too many too fast, and then that became a problem?
Yeah.
Do you think there's the same risk in Estonia?
Well, I think, yes, it's always a risk because we have seen it, on the like neighbor countries, let's say, happening. But I think that, yeah, right now, since the demand is so high, honestly, it's really hard to say because also I don't know how much they're planning to build. But yeah, I think there's always that risk, But let's just hope that paddle keeps being as popular as it is, or even growing and growing. So in that case, we wouldn't have any problems. But I think that's for the future. Let's hope.
What about on the competition and media side? Is paddle on the path to becoming a mainstream, like spectator sport in Estonia?
I would really hope so because, it's as a player, it's really nice to see your sport really growing and everyone, supporting it and playing it and saying that it's such a nice sport, gaining popularity. I think it's really good for the sport in general. And let's hope that, it gets some more, let's say, screen time and, more news about it. But I think it's really going on the right path and it's getting better and better all the time. So let's see.
What about juniors? Are there many juniors? Are there coming like new junior players to the sport as well?
Actually, just yesterday I had the chance to play with some junior girls here from Tallinn. I went to their training and we trained together and it was really nice. And I see them working hard. I see them all the time in the club, and we train in the same club. And I think I really hope that they will also keep, training and playing internationally to also start competing more and more. So let's hope so. And I also know that Finland has some junior players, and also you are going now super internationally. So I hope that Estonia will have the same type of, growth.
Yeah, it's slowly starting to, but it's still, I think, one of the main issues maybe in Finland as well, that there are still not that many juniors. Like, for example, now the Bubble Junior Tour that was at the same time as the Finnish Padel Tour. Most of the girls classes they didn't have enough players, so they didn't play the turn. But it's getting better and better. So
yeah, I think we have actually the same thing in Estonia too. Like some empty draws here and there. Also, like mainly in the juniors, because of course for the women and men we have more players, of course. But I think also the main key here, like where the difference comes in with, Spain, with Argentina, with all the countries that have more players, I think we just need time because the sport is relatively fresh in like all the countries here in, let's say, Northern, Eastern Europe, etc. But I think that, we just need like tens of years and decades. And then, the juniors will start growing because they need time, and maybe start a bit earlier. But that just takes its time and years.
Yeah, we often forget that like everything has happened so fast. Like
exactly.
five years ago, almost like padel was almost nothing here in the Nordic countries.
Yeah, and it's also like some juniors. Maybe in some cities there's more juniors than we might even guess, but still maybe they don't want to travel across Finland or across Estonia to compete, and it's. Some juniors maybe they're not that interested about even competing, but
exactly.
it's a challenge for us as well.
Exactly, I agree.
Yeah. So you've been to Finland many times for tournaments and league matches, and any differences that come to mind between Estonia and Finland regarding players or tournament arrangements or something else?
Just as you mentioned, I really would like to talk about the league part, because in Estonia something like that really doesn't exist. But in Finland, it's like huge for me, because I come there, there are so many clubs, so many players, and it's really nice to see those like league matches happening and competing for your team. But in Estonia, really, this type of structure doesn't exist as that I know of, because I haven't played. We had one match, I think a couple years back. We had like between two clubs, that was Padel Plus and Padel Star, and we had like one like friendly match between those two clubs. But in general, something like that, with the league and everything, that we don't have yet. So I would really love to see that also happening in the future.
Are there many? Is it because there aren't like many clubs yet in Estonia, maybe, or
it might be because of that also? We're a smaller country, and maybe the scene happens still in Tallinn. There are clubs, like also growing and being created all around Estonia for sure. But I think yes, maybe we just need a little bit of time to get some more clubs, and then maybe we could do something similar to that, because I would really love it.
Yeah, it's been super popular, like especially on like lower levels, like recreational level, the team, because like playing for your club, playing as a team, going from city to a city as a team and everything, it's been super popular here in Finland.
Yeah, so let's see and hope that it will also get to Estonia at some point.
Yeah, exactly. And I've played several. I feel like in Estonia you've had many of these, like what should I call them, private tournaments maybe. I played the Coolbet Padel Cup a couple of years ago, and then you've had the Kave Padel Open. So I've been to Tallinn quite a few times. I guess we used to have those in Finland more a few years back, but not so much anymore. How do you see the like are there maybe not enough federation sanctioned tournaments that then these clubs organize these private tournaments more as well? Or
I think those tournaments that you mentioned, which have always been like a big success in Estonia, bringing international players, I think the main goal of that, I would guess, is to bring that international level and to show like how different people from different countries play. And I think talking about Kave Padel Open, that is one of the craziest and most amazing tournaments of the year. And I've been looking forward to it like every time. It has been going on for 2 years now, and this will be the third year. And I'm super excited. And also like, I think bringing those Argentinian, Spanish, and all other, countries' players, it really like shows a different side of paddle. And I think that is a really nice thing that Estonia has. And now that you mentioned that, yeah, I think our country actually really focuses more, instead of like the league right now, on those international things. And I think also other countries' players enjoy it, because I think Estonia is an amazing country, and getting to play here, visit it, I think it's a cool experience for everyone, and for us, of course.
Yeah, I can agree. The Kave Padel Open has been amazing, and I've been really, really honored to get the invitation 2 times. And last year we were really close with Ergo Nigula to winning against the tough Spanish or Argentinian pair, but we're so close with a match point. But yeah, it's been great. Like the whole tournament organization, like inviting the guests and making everything so good for them or for us, and
yes, it's such a blast. Honestly, I really enjoy it too, because I've played it also twice. There's like this B group, you can play mixed, and I've gone to the final there, and yeah, it's amazing. I'm so excited for it already. So let's see how it goes.
Okay, we're getting to the end of the episode, but there's one more thing I want to say. Yesterday, I actually, before this recording, I asked ChatGPT, who is Nora Leinus? And in the reply I got was the following: Nora Leinus is regarded as part of the new generation of Estonian athletes, helping to raise the profile of padel both nationally and internationally. Now that's something to be proud about, wouldn't you agree?
I would love for that to be true. That would be an honor. I mean, thank you, ChatGPT, for saying such nice things. That's what I would like to say right now. But really, let's hope so. I mean, I think, yeah, maybe playing internationally, for representing the country in some way, definitely could maybe help the sport. That would be great. So let's hope so. Let's hope so.
I think it's maybe true already. But okay, one last question. This is from, actually, I'm stealing this from the Joy of Padel podcast with Minter Dial. I've listened to that as well. If you had to choose an animal, which animal would you be that described like on the padel court? Which animal would you be?
Oh, I like that question. The professional players, most of them have their like own emojis, like, with LeBron having the wolf emoji, then etc.
Oh, if you have, do you have an emoji that
I wish I did. And I feel like that's something you have to gain from other people, and you really can't, like choose for yourself. But it's a really hard question actually to answer. And I don't even know what it would be. Like, maybe you have suggestions, because I really don't know.
I think you have a very like low stance on the court, and sometimes like long lunges when defending, maybe. So maybe some kind of cat animal, like a cheetah or something.
Oh, that would be nice.
That's what comes to mind.
Yes, we can stay with that. I'm happy. Yeah, that works for me. Thank you so much. That's amazing. I'm glad.
Anything else you want to share, Nora, before we wrap up? Any greetings to all the fans and padel lovers out there in the world?
Totally. I mean, first of all, thank you so much again for inviting me. It has been a really nice time here talking to you guys, and you just like, asking things. It's been really nice. And from my part, I would say that I will definitely keep on working, thanks to my family and my coaches and everyone supporting. It's been amazing. And I'm really excited to also be back in Finland soon, but that's also in a couple of days. So yeah, definitely see you guys there. Thank you so much.
And how does one follow you, like on social media or like Instagram?
Yes, definitely on Instagram at Leinus Nora. That is where I post most of my things, and that's where I have everything, a bit of paddle and just life in general. So that's my main place to get the info from.
Great. And all three of us have Instagram as well, if anyone wants to follow Axel Varis, Joni Luolamaa, Jonas Tervonen. And as you mentioned, Nora, the FIP Silver, we're like actually all four of us will be there. So come say hi if you're in the area.
Yeah, let's do a part 2 maybe.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. Thanks a lot for coming on our show.
Thank you so much for inviting me, and good luck with all the future episodes.
Totally. Okay, and please, everyone, follow PadelPodi on Spotify, Instagram, and other channels that we have. Leave a rating, review, and if you want to send us like longer messages, please send email to padelpodi@gmail.com. You can send us questions, suggestions of topics, and even hate mail. Yeah, that's what we get the most. and I have to mention, my animal would be donkey, because that's how I feel on court.
That's a great selection.
But thank you, Nora.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.